Say hey, Patrik. So today we are going to start off with our steak. So Patrik is going to add some pepper and some salt. I decided to pick these steaks because they're going to be easier to cut. All right, Patrik, now put some salt. Y'all requested that Patrik do most of the cooking, so that's what he's going to be doing. Remember, just twist halfway. Patrik is not a salt shaker like that. You have to twist it. Just half twist because a lot of it comes out. Yes, Patrik already got the chef. Like a little. So, okay, now we're gonna flip them and repeat the same thing. Flip. Make sure you wash your hands before you do this.
Oh man.
You already washed them. Stop lying. Come on, flip faster, sir. We hungry here. And meanwhile, Patrik is prepping this. We have already set our oven to 450 degrees because we're gonna be putting it in there. We're also gonna be making some Fettuccine Alfredo. So we also have our water here ready to boil because you need to multitask. And here we're gonna create our little sauce. So we'll get to that in a second. All right, Patrik, let's see. Good job. Okay, Patrik. Put in a little bit of oil. I think we need a little bit more, Patrik. Just a little bit more. Okay, there. And just for reference, this is the meat that we're using. I got it at Stater Bros. It looked pretty good in the picture, so that's what I grabbed. And we're not going to be needing a lot of meat, so depending on how big your family is how much you're going to get. All right, now we're gonna put them in our cast iron. It's not hot or anything like that. We're gonna be putting it in the oven. So you don't have to put them in the oven if you don't want to. I was just told it's not necessary for these skinny small ones. But if you're cooking like thicker steak, then we normally stick them in the oven. Yes, Patrik, perfect. And then put the little baby on the side. Okay, and then once your oven is preheated to 450 degrees, you can stick them in there for 5 minutes. So now we're going to make our sauce, and we're going to use this pot right here. All you're gonna need is some heavy whipping cream. Normally I use the whole 1 quart because I like the sauce to be really creamy. And then I like to use the Parmesan cheese. I never knew they had this kind of Parmesan cheese. You could use whichever kind you have, but try to go for the real one, not the what is it called? The green one? Yeah, the Kraft one. So normally I use 2 bags, and sometimes if I want to feel like I need a little extra cheesy, I add in this bag or half of it. You're also going to need some minced garlic, so I just use this stir-in paste, half a block of butter, and this is the butter we're using today. Please excuse the fly swatter. We trying to kill a fly here. And a fettuccine pasta. All right, so come on, Patrik, throw it in. So Patrik is learning that he needs to put away his stuff as he cooks, and he needs to throw away his trash because you do not want to deal with that later. So we're gonna throw the butter in your pot and let it melt. Make sure not to have the heat too high where it'll melt your butter. So let it melt completely, and then we're gonna add in our garlic. And meanwhile, our butter is melting. Our water is already coming to a boil, so it's gonna be time to put in our pasta. So make sure you try to multitask so that everything is ready at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna help Patrik with this part with the garlic. So you wanna add as much garlic as you want. We kind of like it garlicky, so we're gonna add kind of like when you're brushing your teeth, like 3 little toothbrushes. Okay, so after you put your garlic, just stir it around a little bit, just for like a couple seconds, and we're gonna put in the heavy whipping cream. Okay, Patrick, throw it in. And our fire is at medium-high heat because you need it to be a little bit hot so the cheese could melt. Come on, just toss it all in. Don't be scared, here's the whole thing. I normally do the whole thing, that way it makes the measuring easier. So for 1 pack of pasta, this is perfect. So we're gonna mix that up, and we're going to need some salt and pepper. Actually, no salt because the cheese is kind of salty. So stick in the pasta carefully. It's time for the pasta. And be careful not to get burned. Ask for help if you are a minor.
I think I am a minor. On your hand.
Patrick, you look like an adult.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we need some pepper, sir. Chef, we need pepper. Some pepper. Yes, come on, twist. Yeah, inside. So you're gonna add some pepper. And you are an amateur, Patrick, you're learning. Okay, so that's how much pepper we're putting. And you want to add your cheese a little at a time. So just throw the whole bag in there, okay? That's a little bit. And mix it up. Mix your cheese. Throw away your trash, Patrick. I'll mix it for you. Throw away your trash, because we're gonna need more cheese right now. So mix it. The first time I made this recipe, I felt like, oh shit. Oops. I used the flake one, so I feel like the shredded one is a lot easier to melt. So after like about a minute of us mixing, we're going to add the second bag. And then again, it's optional how much cheese you put, but definitely 2 bags is a must. So it could be cheesy and creamy. All right, it's been in there for like a minute already. See how it's not melted yet? That means we gotta crank up the heat. Yes, cheesy. Alright, Patrick, we have traded positions. So he wants more cheese. You don't gotta shake the bag, just pour it in. Alright. More cheesy. So we didn't end up putting any salt in this, just pepper. Because we put so much cheese that it's like super cheesy. So we have taken this out of the oven. Come on. Now put the butter over here, Patrick. Cut it in half. We're gonna put some butter in here and garlic. Open it, Patrick, and cut it in half. Put it on each end of the pan. Yes. Put it like that. Yes, but you have to go faster, please, because our meat is gonna get burned. Yes. Now go find the rosemary over there on our spice rack. All right. So be careful with your cast irons, guys, because Patrick just got burned. He touched it with his hands. Don't do that, especially if it was in the oven. So I'm gonna flip it because Patrick's still learning. Patrick, you're supposed to be mixing your cheese, your sauce, I mean. So we're just gonna rub this on top. I did throw a little bit of garlic in here as well to give it some flavor. Mix it, Patrick, mix it. And then our pasta should be getting ready as well. And then you cook it as much as you like. If you like it rare or medium well done. So what's smelling good, Patrick?
garlic butter.
And we did throw a little bit of rosemary in there as well for a little flavor. I'm just trying to toss these around. Come on, little meat. You'll start seeing the little blood coming out. So how's the arm going, Patrik? Let's check it out. Is it creamy yet? Ooh, yes, it's starting to melt. Alright, so we're doing meat check. Hold on, maybe I should go to the other side. Alright, Patrik. Yes, good. The meat. Let's see, Chef. Wow. Who wants some? Who wants some? Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying these videos. Give us a little like and leave us a comment what you would like us to cook next. I just told my mom that she should teach Patrik to make caldo. What do you guys think? Yes. Very close. Come on, Patrik. So you guys can see it is Patrik doing the cutting. And I told him he cannot be playing around in the kitchen. He needs to work. Ooh, yes. Okay, so the pasta is ready. I think it is. We need to do the test. We throw it on the wall. Yeah, that's what I saw on the TV. We throw it on the wall, and if it sticks, it's ready. Just kidding. We gotta taste it. All right, Patrik, do a taste test. Open wide. Is it ready? Is it hard? Or is it perfect? It doesn't have flavor. We didn't put salt, but what does it taste like? Hard or sticky, squishy, icky, gooey?
It's somewhat chewy.
Okay, we'll
and
leave it a little bit more. So we ended up putting a couple of the pieces back in there because they're a little too bloody for you ladies, but they're ready to go now. All right, so we're gonna cover the pot, and we have a special one that's perfect for draining. So I'm gonna feel the little sides for Patrik. Okay, you Patrik. All right, and bring it to the sink. He has his little mittens on. Don't judge, they're a little beat up because I think that one's Reina's. All right, grab it by the ears and come dump it in the sink.
She might be watching.
It's fine, she knows. She stole my mitten. So please excuse our little mess. Just tilt it over and the little water will come out. And be careful with your face. If you're younger than Patrik, ask your parent to do this if you are a child.
It smells like macaroni without the cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna transfer our pasta into our other bowl. Normally I do it the other way around, but it's more satisfying like this. Alright, then we're just gonna mix it in there and let it chill for like a little bit meanwhile we make our salad. Look at how creamy that is. And then obviously you would taste your sauce to see if it needs any salt or any pepper, whatever your preference is. But I normally don't taste it because I know it's perfect because I've done it before, this exact recipe. So this is the lettuce we're using today. We're gonna use our little salad bowl because we fancy. I'm gonna throw it in there. And then we also bought, Patrik doesn't really like croutons, so we found these Parmesan cheese crisps. So we're gonna add these. And we stumbled across the Olive Garden Italian dressing, which is, I love Olive Garden. But after I learned this recipe, we haven't gone nowhere, huh? Bomb. So come on, Patrik, open your cheese bites. There you go. Ooh, they do look like syrup. Let's taste one. Hey, throw more. There, I think that's enough. All right, let's put some, what is it called? Put it on. Cheese. Stop eating the cheese. Sprinkle a little bit of,
Bang.
All right, throw in. Let us know in the comments if your mouth is watering. This is looking so fire. All right, so it's time for serving the pasta. Yes. Look how creamy that is. Bomb. Time to decorate with some carnita. All right, Patrik, it's time for the taste test. Come on, just one bite.
What portion?
One bite of the meat and one bite of the fettuccine. Come on. How's your food? How was it? Chewy? Overcooked? Or is just a big piece? ASMR. Come on, stuff it. We want to see. Maybe we should cut them a bit smaller next time, huh? Throw it in there. Yum. Stay tuned for the mukbang.